All right. So I'm going to talk about Raw, SmackDown, NXT 205, NXT UK, Rumble predictions, Takeover predictions. So Raw started with Vince McMahon, Finn Balor, Brock Lesnar. They were all there. Braun Strowman. Paul Heyman says Brock's going to destroy Finn at the Rumble. Then Braun comes out, says, after you beat Finn, I'm going to be waiting to challenge you. Or he basically boxed his line and said, I'm going to take the title for you. And then we get a shot of Brock Lesnar laughing at him. It's because Braun botched his line again. Braun on the mic is just weird now. I don't know. It wasn't this bad a year ago. If it's even 6 months ago, like he was fine. But now it's just. Anyway, so basically, out of this whole promo segment, Vince makes a match between Braun and Finn, which ends in a DQ because Brock Lesnar attacks Finn and Braun. So, well, I think he attacked Finn first, so technically, I guess it ended a DQ win for Braun, but I don't know. They might call it as, oh yeah, it is DQ. Braun does win by DQ. There you go. Then we get Apollo Crews and Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley comes out, celebrates his IC title win by doing poses. Apollo Crews comes out, and they do a pose off. And then they had Apollo Crews dancing before he did the poses, which is like a classic trope of WWE and their minority characters. They always like to make them dance. At least, well, not everybody does it. There have been people that don't do it, I guess. Well, more people than not. Apollo Crews just did it. Godfather danced a little bit. R-Truth, Crime Time, Street Profits. Bobby Lashley doesn't. So there's one. But yeah, so I guess a majority of those people, if I'm just going by those names, D'Lo Brown, he did the little head shaking thing. I guess that's kind of dancing. Anyway, Apollo Crews and Bobby Lashley have a match. Wasn't that great. Considering when Apollo was going to go for his military press moonsault, he dropped Bobby Lashley, so he botched it the first time. Then he did it again, and he cleaned it up the second time. So it's like, one botch doesn't really ruin a match, but the match wasn't that great to begin with. So, yeah. And then we had Seth come out there, talk about Martin Luther King, which is like, some people saw that as kind of weird. It's like, oh, you just had two black guys in a segment. Why didn't you let one of them talk about MLK? But it's like, that their segment wasn't really about talking about MLK. That was just Bobby Lashley showing off. And it's like, oh, well, Seth Rollins comes out here and talks about it. It's like, okay, well, I guess you had to make somebody talk about it. So Seth is your guy, but I don't know. Either way, Seth versus Drew. Drew basically comes out there and says, if you take all the passion that Seth has and put it into me, who do you think is going to win the Rumble? And Drew's like, well, I'm going to win, obviously. So basically, Drew thinks he's going to win the Rumble, which everybody should think they're going to win because you get a WWE Championship shot after and main event WrestleMania in some cases. If you're challenging for the Universal title, you get the main event. If you're challenging for the WWE title, co-main event, probably. Either way, Seth versus Drew. This was pretty great. Best Best match on the show? Probably. So Seth Rollins wins, obviously. Well, I guess it wasn't obvious, but Seth Rollins did win. So then we get Lucha House Party versus Jinder Mahal and the Singh Brothers. Why? I don't know. Lucha House Party wins though, so good for. At least he'll get the pin. Nope. Grand Metalik got the pin. But either way, good for them. Elias versus Baron Corbin. They never have good matches, so this match wasn't that great. Corbin wins though, so that's a thing. No. Moment of Bliss with Alexa Bliss. Nia Jax comes out. She's not good on the mic. And then the rest of the women's division comes out there. State their claim on how they're going to win the Rumble. They fight. Then we get Lacey Evans comes out after they're all done fighting. And Alexa Bliss announces herself for the Rumble. So that's 22 people. And then Lacey Evans. I was about to say Liv Morgan. Lacey Evans announces herself for the Rumble, so that's 23. So we got probably some more NXT, well, not more NXT surprises because Lacey Evans and Nikki Cross were on the roster already, so they don't count as surprises. But so we got some actual NXT surprises and probably some past people: Trish, Lita, Victoria, Molly Holly, Ivory, maybe Eve Torres, since we haven't seen her in 10 years, basically. Heavy Machinery versus the Ascension. Heavy Machinery actually gets a match this week, and they win because the Ascension are jobbers. So they weren't gonna lose to the Ascension. Come on now. The Revival versus Chad Gable and Bobby Roode. Kurt Hawkins is a special guest referee. Bobby Roode and Chad Gable win because the Revival try to cheat at every turn. And then Revival beat up Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder comes out to make the save. So we get the Edge Heads / the Major Brothers, whatever you want to call them, because they're both teams. They were the Edge Heads. They were the Major Brothers.
So this is what happens to the chair. Sit in it. You probably need to use this, did you?
The little headrest thing?
Uh-huh.
I used it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it.
Okay, well, this one was different than the other one. The other one had two of them, so I'm probably not going to use this one.
What is it? Because that what now?
It had two of them, so it was like, I don't know.
Okay. Hold on.
I mean, I can still use this because I can
Still
put this one
like
back here.
this.
So yeah.
You use it like that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Here, sit in it. That's the thing on these chairs is that when you lean on here, that's what pushes it, make it weak and pushes it out.
Mm-hmm.
When you lean on the arm like that. It's not a good chair, it's just a gaming chair.
Hmm.
How you think how you made it do that?
I don't know. Just lean it back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just comes back up. Because the other chair had like little things on the side, so. But this one just.
So you like it up here, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep it right there. Now, what about sliding up and down? The levers under the chair.
Is it?
Yeah, look up, feel up under the chair, just like that other one was. Other one is so high. Huh?
Yeah.
There's two levels on there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it is two.
I don't know what happened, dude. Unless that one's a...
Sitting up and hold on.
Okay, I think that one just keeps it upright. The other one.
Oh, okay, okay.
And
That's
then
it down. Okay.
that's the down one, and then you move that one back up, and it'll do this.
Oh, okay. Move it down, it'll stay. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Trying not to go that way. I was trying to come this way because you got stuff on the floor.
Yeah.
So bring that chair this way, and we'll bring yours over there. Put my chair back in the garage. Yeah, none of that stuff came off either, did it?
Mm.
None of that black stuff, you remember?
Yeah.
You got it now?
Mm-hmm. Which is a little different, but it's okay. Yeah, I feel like I'm sitting up way too high. Oh, see, that even goes back like that. Huh. Keep that up there. All right. So I got my new chair now. All right. Well, there's a YouTube video I gotta watch later. So where was I? Ronda and Natalia versus Sasha and Bailey. They Sasha and Bailey win. Natalia gets tapped out by Banks. Sasha Banks. I don't know why I just said Banks. No, that was the end of Raw. I could move myself down a little bit. It doesn't go down that far. Does it? So this chair isn't. Yeah. Like this. So the reason. All right. SmackDown kicks off with Becky Lynch kicking off the show. Yeah. What that? Becky Lynch kicked off the show basically saying how she's gonna beat Asuka at the Rumble and go on to main event WrestleMania. Asuka comes out, says how she's gonna wait. Oh yeah. So Asuka doesn't really say anything in English, but she's yelling at what is she? She yells at Becky Lynch in Japanese and then punches her. And then they brawled. And then Charlotte was oh. Charlotte comes out, basically says how doesn't matter who she fights at Mania. She's like, "Oh, I beat Charlotte. I mean, I beat Sasha so many times she can't even count." She dominated Ronda. Um, what else did she do? What else did she say? Nothing. Uh, she remembers when she beat Asuka. She reminded Asuka about how she beat her at WrestleMania. And then we get Mandy Rose and Naomi. Mandy Rose wins because Sonya Deville's distraction. And then Uso comes out to what? Console Naomi, I guess. Technically, he's just standing there. And he's like, "Oh, sorry you lost." It's like, thanks, Uso. That was the only Uso we saw on the show. We didn't see there was no Usos tag match. Um, Rey Mysterio and Andrade was main event. Andrade wins 2-3. Well, they do go to three falls, of course. Andrade wins one. Wait, Ray doesn't. Does Ray win one? Look at these results. I know Andrade won the match, but I don't know if he won a fall or not. Miz versus Cesaro. Cesaro wins. This was an okay match. Miz isn't that great of a wrestler. I've never thought that anyway. And then Shane gets put through a table and with Miz on it. So there you go. To hype up for their tag match at the Rumble, which I'm not sure if they're gonna win, but they have it. Mr. McMahon, comes out, introduces AJ. Daniel Bryan's walking outside the ring talking because he doesn't want to get in the ring with a psycho, as he called AJ. And Vince McMahon's like, "Get in the ring, dang it." He's like, "Ryan, I'm tired of this. You get in the ring." Vince McMahon probably gets tired of just standing there. And then, they brawled a little bit. Styles went outside and brawled with Daniel Bryan. I think they brawled in the crowd, and then Daniel Bryan ran away. Pretty sure that's what happened. Samoa Joe and Mustafa Ali. This was a good back and forth. Joe wins, makes Mustafa Ali tap out. New Day have a backstage segment. They say they get this question every year. New Day, are you gonna eliminate each other in the Rumble? And the answer, no. And they say, if one of us wins the Rumble, we all win the Rumble. And Tony Chimel comes in for some unknown reason. Okay, so yeah, Andrade and Ray. So Andrade got the first fall, Ray got the second, and Andrade got the third. So it was 2-1. And then, Rey Mysterio wins via DQ because Randy Orton comes out, then attacks Joe comes out and attacks everybody. Then Randy comes out and RKOs him. That's your hype up for the Rumble. There's everybody just attacking each other just because they can. All right. NXT Go Home Show. Should have probably done 205 Live next. 205 Live. Kalisto, Hideo, and Kira Tozawa. And match ended and then wait. Buddy Murphy attacks everybody. Kalisto hit a senton crossbody on Hideo. Hideo pinned Tozawa, I think. And then Grand Metalik and Humberto Carrera Humberto Carrera. Yeah. Um, Grand Metalik. Did no Humberto. Humberto won because then they showed each other respect after the match. All right. Anyway, um, NXT. What happened first? What was that? Velveteen Dream comes out, makes his entrance, basically says he wants a North American Championship match, which obviously that match is already set for Takeover. So it's like he basically saying that means like he wants a North American Championship match after Takeover. And then Bobby Fish and Adam Cole come out. So Velveteen Dream beats beats up both of them. Then that's our main event for tonight. We get Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan versus Fabian Eichner and Marcel Bartel. This match was awesome. Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan win with a roll up, but yeah, roll up finishes. They love to do that. Main roster, NXT UK, wherever they'll do it wherever they can. 205 even. I love those roll ups. Amber Nova and Tanae Brooks, aka Rebel from Impact Wrestling. Amber Nova, famous indie wrestler. I know her anyway. Famous to me. Anyway, them two versus Io Shirai and Kairi Sane. Io and Kairi win with the what do they do? A assisted moonsault, the elbow off the top rope, and then the assisted moonsault for the win. Step up moonsault, which is that's basically what an assisted moonsault is. And then Io and Kyrie are backstage celebrating their win. Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir basically come up and they say, "We're gonna make your little adventure up. You're gonna You're gonna be on the pledge out to sea, or we're gonna send you out to sea." Because Kyrie's saying like pirates, and they're basically saying they're gonna send her out to sea, like making her walk the plank or whatever. So we're gonna get that match next week. Kyrie and Io versus Jessamine and Marina. I'm guessing Kyrie and Io are probably gonna win that, more than likely. As we get Velveteen Dream versus Bobby Fish. Velveteen Dream wins with the Purple Rainmaker, which is his elbow from the top rope, and he neutralizes the interference on the outside by sending Bobby Fish and Adam Cole. And then Johnny and Ricochet have promos against each other, and then they fight. Tommaso comes out, beats up Ricochet a little bit. Aleister Black comes out, and then so basically the ending is like Johnny and Tommaso standing tall. Johnny was walking in front of Tommaso. Because then when Candice came out, Candice was like, "Are you really thinking about doing this again?" to Johnny, and then looked back at Tommaso and then left with Johnny. All right. NXT UK results. Travis Banks and Jordan Devlin. Who won that? Why aren't you telling me? Austin, Sean Samuels. It's not telling me who won this. John Jordan Devlin probably won since it's not telling me, and I don't know why. Um, what else did we get? Gallus, Pete Dunne, Walter. They were all in the ring together. Pete Dunne's talking about how NXT started in NXT UK, like the tournament started in Blackpool, and now there's NXT UK. Gallus comes out. Joe Coffey says he still wants the UK championship. Walter comes out, slaps Joe Coffey again, or chops him. Uh, James, Zach Gibson, and James Draker walking through the back in the arena, and then Sid Gallus is like, "Oh, so you have any thoughts now that you're champs?" And Zach Gibson's like, "Oh, now you want to talk to us because we're champs." And so they left. Lana Austin and versus Nina Samuels. Nina wins with her pre Madonna, which is what is it? A discus form? No, that was what was that? Fisher ended the turnbuckle. Okay, well, I don't know what her finisher looks like, but yeah, she hit her finisher and won the match. There it is. Oh yeah, that's no wonder why it wasn't telling me because I didn't scroll down far enough. Eddie Dennis versus Jamie Ahmed. Eddie Dennis wins. And then Jordan Devlin and Travis Banks. This match was great. Oh yeah, it's that's right. Nobody won. It was a no contest, a double count out. Boo. All right. So I did 205. I did NXT UK. So I've done everything other than Rumble predictions, but I'll do NXT Takeover prediction first. What is it? Oh, did I look it up as Takeover Phoenix? Oh, I didn't look it up as Takeover Phoenix. Looked it up as NXT Takeover Rumble Weekend when I knew it was. Matt Riddle and Cassius Ohno. Matt Riddle, he'll probably win. Why? Because Matt Riddle is the newest person to come through NXT, and Cassius Ohno is the gatekeeper. Ricochet versus Johnny Gargano. Ricochet. Ricochet hasn't had the title long enough to even quantify like him. I couldn't even imagine him losing it this early. Was he only had the title for 3 months? Probably 3-4 months, something like that. But will Johnny win a title at some point? Other than the tag titles, of course, because they were tag champions, him and Tommaso. I can see Johnny winning the North American Championship maybe on his second try, but first try, nah. Undisputed Era and War Raiders. I think it's time for the Undisputed Era to lose those tag titles. They've been tag champs for a while, so War Raiders, they're gonna win. Shayna and Bianca. I think Shayna's gonna retain because of Jessamine Duke and Marina. Shayna's gonna retain. Tommaso and Alistair. Tommaso's been champion longer than Ricochet. Tommaso's been champion for what, 6 months? And Alistair Black's probably not coming up. Well, not yet. Maybe after WrestleMania. I could see the big people going up after WrestleMania. You're Alistair Black, Johnny, Tommaso. All three of them could possibly go up after Mania. So I could see Alistair winning the title though, and then Tommaso chasing it again. All right, Rumble, the Royal Rumble card for 2019 taking place in Phoenix, Arizona. There is a Royal Rumble burger out there in Phoenix that they're going to be selling on Sunday. The Chase Field Stadium, of course. All right, so first match, Universal title match, Finn and Brock. I want Finn to win. I want Finn to win. I feel like Brock Lesnar is going to win. But Finn versus Seth at Mania, way better than Brock versus Seth. Just because they can have a better match than Brock and Finn can. Different? Yes. Better? Well, yeah, better, obviously. I just said they can have a better match. Daniel Bryan and AJ for the WWE Championship. Their first match was awesome, in my opinion. So this match is going to also be awesome. Daniel Bryan will retain. I know. He definitely will. Sasha and Ronda. Ronda, definitely. So Ronda might be leaving after WrestleMania because her contract was for a year, from what I hear. And Ronda wants to start a family. So, I mean, of course, Ronda wants to start a family because who doesn't want kids, right? Asuka versus Becky. Asuka, definitely. And then Becky will probably be in the Rumble later. Men's Rumble match, entrance so far: R-Truth, Titus O'Neil, Rey Mysterio, Mustafa Ali, Andrade, Apollo, Elias, Baron Corbin, Jinder, Bobby Lashley, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Joe, Drew McIntyre, Kofi, Big E, Xavier Woods, Jeff Hardy, and possibly John Cena. But he is shooting a movie, what, a couple of days after the Rumble or the day of or something like that. So, I don't know. John Cena could be in it, could not be. Mm-hmm. So, Seth Rollins is my pick to win the Rumble. That's like my one and only pick. I don't have any other picks. Well, that's not true. Seth or Drew. Those are my two. Women's Rumble card so far, or announced so far. Carmella as number 30 as a result of Mixed Match Challenge. R-Truth is number 30 in the Men's Rumble as a result of Mixed Match Challenge as well. Basically, everybody on the roster. Alexa, Lacey, Bailey, Tamina, Lana, Sonya, Mandy, Dana, Sarah, Ruby, Liv, Ember, Peyton, Billy, Alicia Fox, Natalia, Mickey James, Nia Jax, Nikki Cross, Naomi, Zelina Vega, Charlotte. Charlotte. Or Becky. Or maybe they'll do what they've done in past Rumbles where they have both people win. Because they've done that before. Bret Hart and was it Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels that did it? Or was it Bret Hart and Davey Boy? It was Bret Hart and somebody. I think it might have been Bret and Davey. I think. Seventh match, SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, Miz and Shane versus The Bar. Miz and Shane could win and then lose it at Elimination Chamber. They're not gonna have the tag titles till WrestleMania. That much I can guarantee. Kickoff match, Rusev and Shinsuke. Rusev's gonna win because nothing of note really happens on the kickoff. Same with the Cruiserweight title match. I feel like Buddy Murphy's gonna retain. I mean, granted, if anybody was gonna win, probably be Hideo, honestly. Hideo or Buddy to win because Kalisto and Tozawa are like, like I just don't see Kalisto or Tozawa winning it at this point. So there you go. That's everything. This video was 34 minutes basically because new chair right here. I had to not technically stop the video because I was still talking, but Anyway, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna share this video. You guys know where I share it. So see you guys next week.